Okay, hi friends. Yeah. Let's get this going. Right, where are we? Okay, so we're in this little area here. And it's suddenly very quiet. Oh, so I believe we just found out that we won't be getting the blueprints that we need before the building's set to be demolished. So we are on our own.
Hi, Nancy.
Gotta go now.
Atta girl.
Let's see. Hate it when I do that. Okay, let's see what Brady's up to. Probably nothing.
Need any help?
Ooh.
Why are you so interested in helping me?
Well, Maya was kidnapped from my dressing room after all. I just can't help thinking maybe they meant to kidnap me.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
That's like the most conceited way to think about someone else's kidnapping. Like, I feel like I should help because I think I was the real target. Screw this girl that got kidnapped.
How about Fancy Jackson? It's a little disco, but I think you could pull it off.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Love ya.
God, this woman. He's got a great fro. Well, let's see. I do have another phone number that I wrote down at one point, so I'm gonna try to call it. See if I can get anything. It's gonna be a no. Right. So this is an Easter egg. I was just like looking through some Easter eggs because I thought they'd be fun to show on the stream. And apparently if you call this phone number, which does exist, I hate it that like the phone is behind this theme. At least that's what it sounds like. Anyway, if you call this number before you're supposed to have it in the game, it'll do this whole, like, jukebox situation. So that's fun. Okay.
Bess?
And George, too. What's new, Nancy?
I think Simone Mueller would do just about anything for publicity.
You know what they say? There's no such thing as bad publicity. Even for a kidnapping?
It's like Hollywood has taken over her brain. I'm practically in tears over Maya, and she's trying to dream up a stage name for me.
A stage name?
Not just any stage name either. Would you believe Fancy Jackson?
Ooh, Nancy, that's kind of disco. I bet she could pull it off.
This is serious, you guys. Do you really think she would kidnap Maya just so Brady could pretend to save her?
In her line of work, Nancy, anything's possible.
Ladies, I need a hint.
If you study up on J.J. Thompson and the history of the theater, you'll probably begin to get some insight into how the place was built.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Good luck. Be careful.
Okay. But how? Where do I study from? It's not like there's a library here. I can't interact with any of the books I found.
Hello?
Hi, Ned. It's me.
Hey, Nancy. How's the case coming along?
Bye, Ned.
Go get him, Nancy.
I guess I will check out the jazz machine. Oh. That's probably why, because it's different from Royal Tower, where you, like, moved it directly from the thing, but over here it's... Okay. Alright. Oh, it's like the Fox and Goose game from White Wolf at Icicle Creek. Alright. What's that? Ooh. Does that go up here? Oh no, it's a gear. It goes in the puzzle box. Yeah. Okay, now we're going places. It took us a minute, but we're going there. She is a little directionally challenged in this game.
It looks like the gears are missing.
Oh shit, I need another one.
It looks like the gears are missing.
Okay. Well, we made some progress. Wasn't a lot of progress, but it was some progress. Alright, where to find another gear? Did I look at that already? Houdini. Cash reward. Definitely already looked at that. These are some names. Interesting. Right, so I looked at that. Can I look at this other side? Oh, I can look at the other side now.
Popcorn.
Gross, Nancy. But also, that's it. That's all I get from that. God. Wait, what's the sign say? Wait, let me read the sign. Please wear shoes at all times. Thank you from the stage manager. Yes, completely accurate. Actors refuse to wear their goddamn shoes. It takes so much to keep that stage goddamn motherfucking clean for these fucking actors to just walk around with no goddamn shoes on and make sure that they don't step on the slightest stray bit of wood from the floorboards. Anyway, I have a degree in stage management. I'm only completely biased. I love actors, don't get me wrong. I gravitate towards them in an unhealthy way sometimes. However, oh man, it's always the artists causing the rest of us chagrin. So much stress, so much pain, so little sleep. I've noticed that a lot of musicians don't want to wear shoes on stage either, and it drives me and my stage manager brain
Need me help?
fucking wild.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
Like, when was the last time you think that stage has been swept? You don't know. Keep your goddamn shoes on. We wear them for a reason. So we don't get splinters or nails in our feet. Alright. I'm good. Fine. I'm over it. Everything's fine.
It's locked.
Alright, so I had to cheat a little bit. Just a little bit. Just trigger some memories that are locked deep within inside my brain since I've played this before. And I am missing two very simple things that I've walked by several times. So I am glad that I looked them up, because otherwise we'd be here for another hour with me just wandering around aimlessly. But now we won't be, and it's fine. This isn't where I want to be. I like the music in this one. It's fun. It's jazzy. Ha!
Ick.
That's right. But also, if you leave your gum on a seat, anywhere, doesn't matter where it is, if you leave your gum somewhere that isn't in the trash can or in your stomach, fuck you and you suck. Like, that's just the shittiest thing. Someone is going to have to clean them up. Ah!
I can't quite reach.
Hey. That's our other gear. Ooh, what's this key? Dear Mr. Houdini, congratulations on your latest unbelievable feat. Never have I seen the crowd at the Royal Palladium to be so enthralled by a performer. Stupendous. Honestly, I was assured that the watery grave was inescapable, even for a master such as yourself. Really, if I'd any notion of the risking my money, I might not have offered so grandiose a reward. After all, what man is made of money? Isn't that right, Mr. Houdini? This is starting to sound sketchy. My point is, well, I must admit that my cash flow is a little tight at the moment. More specifically, I do not have the $50,000 available to give you at this time. The theater is young, but still recovering from the building expenses. Oh wait, sorry. But bound for glory, I'm sure you'll agree. And my bank account is still recovering from the building expenses. I'm sure you understand, sir. However, this letter is an announcement of golden opportunity, Mr. Houdini, not one of gloomy regret. In lieu of cash, and in accordance with my lawyer's counsel, I am prepared to offer you a reward far more valuable than cash. I would like to make you my business partner by transferring 50% ownership of the Royal Palladium Theatre into your name. Just think of it. Together we can make the Royal Palladium the foremost venue in the world for magic. Stupendous. Certainly a man as brilliant and worldly as yourself will recognize this as an irresistible offer, and realize that there is no need to squabble over the petty details of your reward, or invite the press to make a mountain out of a molehill in this affair. Please sign below and return this document to me if you agree to proceed with the transfer of 50% ownership of the theater into your name. In doing so, you will also be agreeing not to sue me or publicly defame my name. A detailed contract will follow. Stupendous. We found a favorite word. I am looking forward to a mutually rewarding relationship with you, Mr. Houdini. Sincerely, J.J. Thompson. I, J.J. Thompson, do hereby agree to transfer 50% ownership of the Royal Palladium Theatre into Harry Houdini's name in lieu of each of cash reward for his escape from the watery grave. This transaction will continue a legally binding agreement that Mr. Houdini will not pursue any legal action against me or reveal any unflattering details about me to the press. I, Harry Houdini, agree to accept 50% ownership of the Royal Palladium in lieu of cash reward for my escape from the watery grave. I will refrain from pursuing any legal action against Mr. Thompson or revealing any unflattering details about him to the press. Interesting. Very interesting. We finally found the thing! It only took forever. What's this key go to, though?
What's the status?
I think your phone's about to ring.
Love ya.
This woman, I swear to God.
How goes the search?
I haven't found anything that mentions your grandmother, but I did find something very interesting about the ownership of the theater.
Well, don't just stand there. Start breaking it down.
Did you ever hear about a challenge that J.J. Thompson issued to Harry Houdini back in 1925?
Yeah, and?
J.J. put up a big reward for this Houdini challenge. He must have thought the escape was impossible, but Houdini did it, and J.J. didn't have the reward money.
What does this have to do with the ownership of the theater?
From what I can tell, J.J. had to give Harry Houdini 50% of the theater as the reward.
Ha! Serves that swindler J.J. right. Nancy, do you realize what this means?
Enlighten me.
If Thompson didn't own the whole place, then whoever inherited it from Thompson doesn't legally own the whole place either.
Which means they don't have the authority to knock this building down.
We've got to find out what happened to his half of the ownership. You keep looking for Maya. I've got a laptop out in my van. I'll get online and do some research.
Out in
Check
his
back
van.
soon.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
Nancy? It's Joseph. Wait till you see this. Come to the projection room.
Oh man, these... Oh god. The scary games are gonna do me fucking in, y'all.
Nancy, take a look at this.
It's Maya's press badge.
Oh my
that's
gosh,
exactly what she
Maya's
says.
press pass.
Brady found it.
Found it? Where?
He didn't say. Give the police a call. And then you better go back to your hotel and get some rest.
Just when I have a lead? No way! I've got to keep searching.
You won't be any help to Maya if you get too tired to think.
Well, I guess you have a point
We're
there.
too hungry.
Go ahead and use the phone in the ticket booth. I'll be down in a minute.
I'm not gonna lie, I strongly did not want to do anything but be a vegetable on the couch starting at about 6:30. But, you know, I made myself some nachos. Not my real dinner. I might eat again after the stream, but like, those nachos, they saved my motherfucking life. I was a goddamn zombie. Alright, anyway, we're calling the police. Important things are happening. Okay. Also, like Nancy, use the non-emergency number. The fuck?
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold missing persons. This is Ramsey.
Hi, Sergeant Ramsey. This is Nancy Drew. I spoke to you earlier today about the disappearance of my friend, Maya Wen.
Hello, Miss Drew. You're calling to tell me that you found your friend, I hope.
I wish that were true, sir. No, she's still missing. I'm calling to report that I have the evidence you asked for.
What did you find?
Someone else here at the theater found Maya's press pass. It was clipped to her shirt when she went into the dressing room. It must have been torn off when she was kidnapped.
Or it fell off. Or she just tossed it.
Maya is very serious about her work, Sergeant Ramsey. She never goes anywhere without that pass, and she would not willingly leave it behind.
Is the pass damaged in any way?
No.
Was anything disturbed in the area where it was found?
I don't know. I'm not the one who found it.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in, Miss Drew. If Maya hasn't turned up by tomorrow, we'll definitely be out to investigate. Someone will take a look at the press pass then.
But you said that if I found evidence, you'd investigate the theater today.
I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but we can't go chasing after every kid who decides to take a leave of absence. The vast majority of missing juveniles disappear of their own accord, and they reappear when they're good and ready.
You have to believe me. Maya would never play this kind of game. Nicholas Falcone said he thinks somebody is using her to make a statement.
Nicholas Falcone? Is he involved in this? Are you involved with him?
Haddett is demonstrating against the demolition in front of the theater. Nicholas has set up shop in the lobby. I've spoken to him. I'm not involved with him.
Are you aware of the allegations against Mr. Falcone's character, Miss Drew?
Allegations?
Against his
Nick
character.
Falcone operates according to his own rules. He'll do just about anything to save a theater, and he's not afraid to use extreme tactics.
What kind of extreme tactics?
You name it. Vandalism, sabotage, pinning
Kidnapping?
himself to demolition machinery.
Is that right?
And last year there was a situation over in Nashville. Just when the oldest theater in the city is about to be torn down, and mind you, Haddett is there in full force, a girl goes missing. So happens she's the daughter of the demolition boss. They go crazy looking for her. There's a call, just like the one you described. Anyway, to make a long story short, the demolition is called off. And 3 weeks later, the girl is seen snuggling up to Falcone in a Memphis coffee shop.
Are you suggesting Nicholas is staging this thing?
I'm just saying that there's more to situations like these than meets the eye. Nick Falcone is a real operator and he likes to humiliate the police. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon here with this whole Royal Palladium thing and let him make my unit look like a bunch of chumps.
I see.
So you aren't gonna have any credit with us if you join ranks with him.
Does he have a criminal record?
Oh, minor stuff. Disorderly conduct, trespassing, yada yada yada. But Nick Falcone can slime his way out of a sticky situation like no one I've ever seen. Unfortunately, there's no jail sentence for being a royal pain in the neck.
There are no good citizenship awards for it either.
Look, I know you're worried, but for now, there's nothing we can do. And there's nothing you can do either. Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'm sure you've had a long day.
Well, this has been very informative, Sergeant Ramsey. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, Miss Drew.
Listen, I love Sergeant Ramsey, but also he's a dick. But I mean, Our mouse
I heard
cups.
the whole thing, Nancy. Go get some sleep. I'll keep an eye on things till morning.
Day two, day two. Oh my god. This note is fucking terrible. Planning a funeral is such a dreadful pain. Wouldn't you rather just stop the demolition? Fuck. Well, we have a missing persons poster now. Her teeth are even and in good repair, so that's nice. Oh good, I'm so glad to help the case. Brady Armstrong is offering signed posters. How helpful.
I'm sorry you had to see that wreath, Nancy. It's disgusting.
This is one creepy kidnapper, that's for sure.
Let's hope the kidnapper just did this to scare you.
Like I'm not scared enough? Like I don't know time is running out?
The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. I don't know how the press got a hold of this, but they're all over it like ants on a picnic.
Someone knew how to get their attention, but who?
I can't say for sure, but I can make an educated guess.
I have a feeling you and I are betting on the same horse here.
Can you believe the way she diverted all of the attention away from Maya and used the poster to promote Brady as the big hero? This shouldn't be happening. It's all backwards.
The police told me Nicholas Falcone is known for using extreme tactics to further his political causes. Why are you letting him use the lobby as his headquarters?
Nicholas has been hanging around this theater since he was a little boy. I know how torn up he is about the theater. This'll be over soon enough, and then he'll go home. I don't think he's dangerous, for gosh sakes.
Gotta go now.
Chin up!
Okay.
Nancy, what's the 411?
Thanks to you, the police think this whole kidnapping is a hoax.
That's all hearsay, Nancy. They got no witnesses, no testimony, no nothing.
I don't care if you've been convicted or not. Who are you?
I am not an eco-terrorist, and I would never orchestrate the temporary disappearance of anyone who wasn't in on the plan and down with the cause.
Man, this is the worst response. Maybe you'd better think about being in on the law and down with the truth, Nicholas. Nancy, are you 12?
There's nothing I hate more than a bold-faced liar, Nicholas. Remember that.
All right, Officer Nancy, chill out, will ya? I'm on your side.
I finally got one of the Monopoly answers correct. I'm so excited. Sorry. Small trivia insert there.
Joseph told me that the St. Louis Historical Society
a
is in
thing
the
that
process
happened
of
in
trying to declare this
2014.
building an historical landmark.
It
They've been in that
happened.
process for years. It's all just a big wad of
Kind
red
of.
tape, a bunch of bureaucratic hocus pocus. Had it's about action, not paperwork.
Tell me about your relationship with the police.
All I know is they like to dig through my garbage and follow my van. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you?
A little
Catch
bit.
you later.
Fight the power.
Mostly the incelly outfit, but you know. Ooh, he's not here. What's that? Is that a book? I see a book. You are what you project, becoming the captain of your own destiny. Oh no. You are my oyster. Now open up and hand over the pearls. That's not awful. Pull up your socks and freshen that breath. I eat my competitors for dinner. God, this is awful. Saying that I'm hungry is ruled by fear and doubt. Isn't it time you grabbed your destiny by the horns and sailed it into the sunset? God, oh, I hate it. What's that? What's that? Come back here and swab this deck. You work for me. Simone overboard. Ooh, what's your fashion sign? Gemini, the twins. You're witty, charming, clever, and sometimes mischievous. At times, you can be a bit of a double dealer. Some even call you two-faced. But let's think positive. It may be that you're just too dynamic to settle for simple. It's so bad I can't even talk through it. In order to keep things exciting, you may even enjoy leading a double life. This doesn't mean you're shallow, disloyal, and fickle as some people say. It just means you're curious and eager to try new things. Gemini style. You have a big new project coming up, Gemini. You want to project a new sense of adventure and daring, but at the same time, you'll need people to take you seriously. Consider a theme and then accessorize. Oh man. It's terrible. It's all terrible.
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
Okay. go talk to Simone. Even though she sucks.
Have you seen the posters? Aren't they fabulous?
That picture of Maya is the one from her press pass, isn't it?
Yes, thankfully she's photogenic.
That poster is just an advertisement for Brady.
Maya's on the poster. It says she's missing. So what's your issue? Brady's out plastering those posters all over St. Louis and every podunk town for 50 miles. He's due back at any time, though, for the press conference.
Press conference?
I've invited the press here today to report on Brady's commitment to solving this case. You know, a few questions, a few photo ops, no big deal. That funeral wreath was awful, wasn't it?
What do you know about that wreath?
I had it moved out front for the press conference. We want the press to know just how heartless this kidnapper is, don't we? Then it's all the more fabulous when Brady saves the day.
I think your
This woman
phone's
is
about to
awful.
ring.
Ciao.
But like I get it, but she's awful. So I need something with which to pick the lock, I think, in the men's dressing room. That poster.
You've reached the St. Louis Police Department. This is a non-emergency line. Calls will be answered in the order they will receive. All operators are busy helping other callers. We will be with you
I
as
straight
soon
up
as
called
possible.
911. What do you
Your
mean it's a
patience is
non-emergency
appreciated.
line? Nonsense.
You've reached the St. Louis Police. Hello.
Bess?
And George, too. What's new, Nancy?
When I spoke to the police about Maya's press pass, they said that Nicholas is known for using extreme tactics, and that he might even have been involved in a staged kidnapping last year in Nashville.
You don't think Maya could be mixed up with him somehow, do you?
No way. Maya expresses her politics by writing about them. You know, the pen is mightier than the sword. She and Nicholas Falcone don't even speak the same language.
I think you're right, George. But Sergeant Ramsey said I wouldn't have any credit with the police if I joined forces with Nicholas.
Who said anything about joining forces? After all, he's still a prime suspect. But that doesn't mean he's not a valuable source of information when it comes to the theater.
She's right, Nancy. As long as he continues to shoot off his mouth, you want to be around to take notes.
Simone has called a press conference. I'd like to hear what's being said, but I get the feeling I'm not welcome.
Bess, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Here's what I'm thinking. When has the lack of an invitation ever stopped Nancy Drew before? Is that what you're thinking?
Bingo!
So you think I should just barge right in?
Better yet, why not just listen in? That way you know things that Simone and the others don't know you know. You know?
Bess has a few rocks in her mouth. But she's right. And besides, there's another good reason to keep a low profile.
I know what you're thinking, George. When the cats are away,
The detective mouse will snoop.
Ah, you have a point there, ladies. This might be my only chance to get some,
insight?
Yes, some insight into the lives of my suspects. Good idea.
We're full of them. Right, Bess?
Chock full. Bursting at the seams. We're practically ideaphoric.
When I arrived at the theater this morning, someone had delivered a funeral wreath.
What?
Isn't that creepy?
You don't know who it was from?
It was from the kidnapper, I assume. The note said something like, "Wouldn't you rather stop the demolition than plan a funeral?"
Since when do kidnappers have the time to special order flower arrangements?
Apparently this kidnapper isn't afraid of the limelight.
Look at the bright side, Nancy. If you find out who sent that wreath, your case is as good as closed.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
I wonder if Brady's back in his dressing room.
How are you holding up?
Thanks for finding Maya's press pass. Where was it?
I found it in the basement. The balcony. It was the balcony.
Balcony, basement, whatever. It's just my friend's life that's in danger here.
Please, Nancy. It's not me.
Oh, really? Is somebody operating you by remote control?
It's Simone. She's relentless. I'm just a hostage on her runaway bus.
That's funny. I don't see any gun to your head, just a wad of money dangling in front of your nose.
It's more complicated than you think. Listen, I've got to get ready for this press conference. I'll talk to you later.
What's the status?
Brady seems uncomfortable with some of your, tactics.
Oh, he's just whining because I made him chop off his ponytail. I don't know what's gotten into him with this free will thing. I told him, you can't even dress yourself, kid, but if you want your blockbuster career to crash and burn, go ahead, manage yourself.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Which, like, the ponytail would go pretty well if it were, like, in the mid-20-teens. Maybe not the mid-aughts. It's a little too early. But honestly, even, like, the early aughts, because if it was blonde, ooh, pass Orlando Bloom as Legolas, prime long hair. Ugh, so good. At least when I was, like, 12. It was so good.
I got the number. I left it in the ticket booth. This woman isn't a Houdini herself. She's the widow of one of Houdini's cousins.
But it couldn't hurt to give her a call. I'll get right on that.
Mrs. Mueller, Mr. Armstrong.
I called this conference specifically to let you know, and I trust you will take it upon yourselves to inform the world, that Brady Armstrong will not rest. The greatest performance of his career will not be unveiled until Maya Nguyen.
Hey lady, you're breaking my heart. But isn't her name Maya Wynn?
Until Maya Wynn is returned to her friends and family, safe and sound. Already, our real-life hero has searched this theater and uncovered important evidence. Already, he has driven 200 miles in a rent-a-car, no less, distributing missing posters to all the outer lying regions of this great city. You see, Brady Armstrong is a hero and a regular guy.
He's a hero and a regular guy. Let's go look in the women's dressing room, shall we? She didn't even lock it. Come on, woman. Ooh, that backpack. Oh. In the basement. Huh. Hey, I did it. Email. For starters, I'm a huge fan. I've been seeing your movies since I was like 14. To this day, I still think your best performance was in Lie Like a Rug. But who knows, maybe Vanishing Destiny will top it. Subject, possible interview? From Scoopin' Guy. Got a few questions for an interview. Please write for... Oh, this is from Maya. Oh, Snoop Win. That's what it says. To Boy Armstrong. At MuellerVision.com. And remember, everything wasn't either Gmail, Yahoo, or that's it. Hotmail doesn't exist anymore. I'm in college at Washington University now, and I'm planning to go to your premiere at the Royal Palladium. I'm contacting you because I'm hoping to interview you for an article I'm writing for my school paper. I'm sure you're very busy, but could I stop by your dressing room the afternoon of the premiere? I only have a few questions. The interview would only take 20 minutes or so. What do you think? Please write back. Yours sincerely, Maya Nguyen, Senior Reporter, Student Life, Washington University. Hi Maya, sure I'd be happy to meet with you so long as we provide any and all photos of me for the article. Also, we need to get a full-page ad for Destiny in your school paper. We spoke to advertising and they claim it's past the deadline. Can you pull a few strings? You know, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. What do you say? Looking forward to meeting you. Ciao, Brady. Deadline's a deadline. I like that Maya was like, screw this, I'm coming anyway. Ooh. Bunch of random fan mail. J.R. Stetson. Alright, that's it. 8 a.m. Stevie, Paramount Pictures. 11:30 a.m. Lunch date, Brady. 2 o'clock, pickup dry cleaning. 5:15, Brady final shoot. 11:30 p.m. cast party. That's all today. Seems incorrect. Alright, well, got anything else in here? Put everything right back where you found it, Nancy. Sneaky snake, sneaky, sneaky snake, sneaky snake, sneaky snake.
It's locked.
The Royal Palladium Theatre Stage Technician's Guide. The Houdini Transformation. Well, this is an old fucking book. Ooh, what's this number? Let's see. We have Control Board Prep. On the number keypad on the control board, enter the 6-digit security code for the Houdini transformation, which is 121192. Press the left and right fader power buttons to bring power to the fader switches. You bring the iron cages. When cued by the performers, lower the 2 iron cages to the stage floor by moving the left and right fader switches to their lowest positions. After the cages reach the stage floor, press the magnet button to attach the tunnel columns to the cage bottoms. After both performers have entered the cages, move the fader switches up lightly to raise the cages 3 feet above the stage floor. The tunnel columns will still be attached to the cage bottoms, although you will not see them. They are hidden by mirrors. On your cue from the performers, press the trapdoor button to open the trapdoors. The lock button and other security measures. Important. You must press the lock switch after all stage manipulations have been completed in the proper order. This will lock all elements in place. For security purposes, all stage elements and board controls will move to their original positions if the lock button is not activated. The lock button cannot be activated until all stage manipulations have been completed in the proper order. Secret rooms and tunnels. The quick switch box. The performers in the cages will exchange places via the quick switch box under the stage. Trick chair, foot elevator, and tunnels. The third performer will exchange places with the fourth performer seated on the trick chair in front row of the auditorium. To access the trick chair from the quick switch box, the third performer will have to use the tunnel system beneath the box. Tunnel system runs from the quick switch box to the magician's room and the trick chair. Look at that. The third performer can access the trick chair via the foot elevator beneath the chair. A seamless transition from the fourth performer to the third will be achieved by using a large costume shell. The shell rests sturdily on the chair whether a performer is inside it or not. Magician's room, located beneath the stage and beside the basement, is for magicians and related staff performers only. Interesting. Is that all that's in here? Looks like it. Interesting, very interesting. Uh-oh.
Get smart, Nancy Drew. You're wasting precious time. Stop the demolition or you'll never see her again.
I'm sure this can be repaired.
It can't. It can't, baby girl. I didn't see it. Here we go, I have to do this first. Alright, so power to bring them to their lowest possible setting. And then I hit the magnet button. And then I put them up lightly. The trapdoor button, and then the lock switch. Okay, I think that did it.
You think the kidnapper is Violet? Mr. Chalk.
Uh-oh.
These pieces won't budge. These pieces won't budge.
But I want to do the Buzzy puzzle.
Help! Is anybody out there?
Who's there?
It's Nancy.
Nancy? For goodness sakes. What are you doing down there? This chair seems to be stuck. Hold on, I'm greasing the wheels here.
I found a secret room under the stage. I've got to check it out.
Magician's room. I swear, Nancy, as long as I've worked here, I've never been able to find my way in there.
I found the door, but the pieces that open the door are stuck.
Here, try this. Hurry.
And some good old WD-40. Fixes everything. I love these puzzles. I have the Unblock Me app on my phone.
This should loosen things up.
That is literally just these puzzles. This is Senior Detective, though. So they are going to be a bit more difficult. But there's still no match for me. Haha. It's the easiest puzzle I've done in any of these games so far. Oh look, a guillotine. Great.
Her shoe! She was just here.
The Phantom Message. Set a sharpened pencil and a small sheet of paper on your magician stand and select a volunteer from the audience. After turning your back, ask the volunteer to write a message on the sheet of paper with the pencil, concealing the card beneath the piece of paper. When she says that she is ready, you pick up the sheet of paper while making a point not to look at it. Crumple the paper into a ball, and to the amazement of the audience, make it explode into a ball of flame. You can then produce a deck of cards from your pocket and set it on your magician stand. The volunteer picks a random card from the deck. Explain to the volunteer that her written message has risen from the ashes and will make itself known. Take the sharpened pencil and begin to rub the face of the volunteer's card gently with the right side of the pencil tip. Within seconds, words begin to appear on the card. It's the exact message the volunteer had written on the sheet of paper. The secret. This trick will utilize a few of the techniques and gimmicks that we have covered in previous chapters. First, as you place the pencil and paper on the stand, secretly have a playing card face up, hidden beneath the sheet of paper. As the volunteer writes her message on the paper, the pencil will leave an imprint of the message on the playing card. Be sure your pencil is sharp. After the volunteer is finished, lift up the paper and the card at the same time with your right hand while keeping the card hidden. Take the piece of paper with your left hand and secretly leave the card in your right hand using the palming technique from Chapter 3. As you crumple the paper in your left hand, you will secretly be busy with your right hand. Place your right hand into your right jacket pocket, release the card and slide your flash paper trigger, which we have, onto your index finger. Then secretly palm a wad of flash paper as you remove your hand from your jacket pocket. While holding the crumpled message in your left hand and hiding the flash paper in your right, give the illusion that you're taking the crumpled message into your right hand. This will be achieved by using the French drop technique from Chapter 2 as you pretend to hold the message in your right hand. Secretly drop the real message into your left jacket pocket with your left hand. Now in your right hand, ignite the flash paper with the spark from your flash paper trigger as you throw the wad of flash paper into the air. It will burst into a very quick and very bright ball of flame. Important notice, young magicians use flash paper only under supervision of an adult. With your left hand, pull a deck of cards out of your inside jacket pocket and set them on your magician stand. As you do this, slip your right hand into your right jacket pocket and secretly remove the flash paper trigger from your index finger and take the card with the imprint on it into your right hand. Palm the card from you as you take your right hand out of your pocket. Secretly put the imprinted card into the deck of cards on your magician stand and make sure that this card will be chosen by your volunteer. This can be achieved using a card force as outlined in the next chapter. After your volunteer chooses the imprinted card at random, gently rub the side of the stencil tip across the face of the card. The imprint of the message will surface amid the applause of the audience. Oh goodness, there are more. The card force. Let's see, we take the deck of cards and place it face down on the table. Take a card of your choice, let's say the Queen of Hearts, and place it as the 10th card down from the top. Hand the secretly stacked deck to an audience member. Place it face down in her left hand and tell her that she's going to choose a random card out of the deck. Let's see. Ask her to choose a number between 11 and 20. Then ask her to count and place from the top of the deck, one at a time, 14 cards into a new pile on the table. After she has done this, ask her to take this new pile and place it face down in her left hand. Now ask her to add together the 2 digits that comprise her number. Then ask her to count and place 5 cards, one at a time, on top of the deck into the new pile on the table. When she's done, ask her to turn over the top card on this new pile. This is the random card she has chosen. It is also just happens to be the Queen of Hearts. How does it work? The magic in this trick happens through a mathematic equation choosing any number between 11 and 20, and adding those 2 digits together will always automatically reveal your 10th card. Interesting. I definitely was about to get lost in the shuffle there of how complicated this was getting, but that interesting. Huh. Oh god, we have to page through the whole thing. Alright, well Nancy, you better fucking know that card trick now, because I don't want to do that again. Ooh. We in the basement.
The gate is electrified!
Oh shit! Alright, well, don't do that.
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card. Congratulations! You beat
Your
the magician.
audience will be
Don't forget
dazzled.
to collect your winnings.
Hey, it's stuck again. Hey, it's stuck again.
Of course. I did not look at that chest. I don't know if we can, but it seems like we should be able to look at the chest. Yeah, totally missed this.
Rubber is shockproof.
Huh. Let's hope it's real rubber. Which it probably would be because it's so old, but still. Can't stop me, beach.
Oh, Nancy! Hey!
Hey.
I think the kidnapper just moved Maya to a new hiding place. Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
Wow, are you sure? I didn't see anything.
I found evidence that will prove that Maya's being held in this building.
Wow! Evidence. Where?
I'll talk to you later. I've got to get a hold of Sergeant Ramsey.
Yeah, screw you. First of all, Brady.
How's progress? I know you sent the funeral wreath. Now where's Maya?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sugar. Listen, the pressure must really be getting to you. I know a top-notch aromatherapist in town, okay? I'll give you her number.
Come on, Simone. Ginger's 24-hour flower-rama? I believe you've been caught red-handed.
You broke into my personal property? I could have you arrested for that.
It's just business, Simone. You do what agents do, I do what detectives do. I'm sure you can appreciate that.
All right, I sent the stupid wreath, but I'm no kidnapper. I needed something for the cameras, didn't I? And it was a very tasteful arrangement. Should have been for $300. Perhaps I went a little overboard.
A little overboard? You're dreaming if you think that's enough to get you off my suspect list.
I kind of forgot that I could call this lady. I was so wrapped up in the drama.
Yes, hello.
Hello, is this Eustacia Andropov?
Who else would it be? Everyone else is dead.
Oh, Mrs. Andropov, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm trying to find out some information about Harry Houdini. Is it true that you're his cousin?
Who wants to know?
Oh, I beg your pardon. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case in St. Louis.
Harry was only my cousin by marriage, but my husband is dead, and so is Harry. So I guess that makes me nobody's cousin. Satisfied?
I'm researching Mr. Houdini's ownership of the Royal Palladium Theater. Would you know anything about this?
He owned it. Half of it anyway, for a few months. Then he died. Does that help?
Do you know what happened to his half? Did he sign it back over to J.J. Thompson?
Return it to James Jehoshaphat? Mr. Stupendous? Not on his life. Losing that man was Harry's greatest escape.
Did someone in Houdini's family inherit the theater?
Harry made a plan to give his half of the theater to someone he admired. A young magician, I assume. Perhaps a protege. I remember my husband telling me this.
Can you tell me anything more?
More? I'm 96 over here. I don't exactly have time to burn.
I know it was a long time ago, Mrs. Andropoff, but this is terribly important. My friend is in danger, and finding out what happened to Houdini's half of the theater may be my only hope of saving her.
Call the Library of Congress. Ask about the Houdini collection. There must be something in all of those letters. You tell that Sherman Trout, Eustacia said. You're not dead yet, Shermy, so get up and make yourself useful.
The Library of Congress? You don't happen to have that number, do you?
Well, I should have this letter from Shermy around here somewhere.
Vincent Jacuzzi repair.
Coupons. Vincent Jacuzzi repair. Dear Eustacia. Here we go. Library of Congress, Washington, D.C. 202-555-5000.
Thanks, Mrs. Andropoff. You've been a great help.
Save it for my funeral.
Manuscripts.
I'm trying to reach Sherman Trout, please.
Speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Trout. My name is
He
Nancy
sounds like
Drew.
he's using a
I'm a
voice
detective
changer.
working on a case that involves Harry Houdini and the Royal Palladium Theater in St. Louis. Eustacia Andropov recommended I call you.
Ah, yes. Eustacia was most helpful to us when we were assembling our Houdini collection. I presume you'd like to have a look at it?
Yes, please, Mr. Trout. I'm very interested.
Fine. Well, you'll just need to register with the library when you get here and fill out a request for the materials you wish to view. When your request has been processed, the materials will be delivered to one of our reading rooms where you can view them.
Mr. Trout, please let me explain. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to come to Washington, D.C. to do research. I'm hoping you could help me find a document.
Well, Miss Drew, I'm sorry if you have logistical constraints, but please understand my own limitations. The Library of Congress currently holds over 40 million items, contained in 10,000 separate collections. It's the largest and most comprehensive library in the world. I simply don't have time to run research errands for the individual citizens.
Mr. Trout, if I don't solve this case in a matter of hours, the building I'm standing in will be demolished and an innocent 19-year-old girl, a friend of mine, may lose her life. You may be my only hope.
Why is your friend in danger?
She was kidnapped by someone desperate to save this building from demolition.
And what can you possibly be hoping to find in the Houdini collection that would help matters?
Mr. Houdini was part owner of the theater, and I'm trying to find out who inherited his half or what became of it when he died. I'm hoping Houdini might have discussed it somewhere in his personal documents. If I can prove that the current owner is not legally the full owner, then maybe I can get the demolition stopped and save Maya.
I see. Well, this sounds urgent. I suppose I can take a look.
That would be such a help, Mr. Trout. If you find anything, could you overnight it to me at the Royal Palladium?
Well, I certainly can't send you the document itself. It's a historical artifact now. But I could send you a slide. What's the street address there, if I find anything?
It's 1330 Washington Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63101. Please send the package in care of Nicholas Falcone or myself, Nancy Drew. I can't tell you how grateful I am, Mr. Trout. You might just be a lifesaver.
Miss Drew, I assure you, Sherman Trout is a man of his word.
Thanks so much.
Thanks,
Bye.
Mr. Trout.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold.
Missing persons, this is Ramsey.
Sergeant Ramsey, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Miss Drew.
I found Maya.
You found her? So the case is closed.
I found her, and then she disappeared again.
Good grief. This girl's a regular Houdini. All right. What have you got for me?
I found a secret room under the stage. I saw Maya through a peephole, but by the time I got into the room, she was gone. The kidnapper must have moved her.
A peephole, huh? Are you sure you saw her?
Sir, there's evidence. Pizza boxes and one of Maya's shoes. I left everything where it was so you could see for yourself.
So you think the kidnapper's been using this secret room as a base camp? Well, this is very interesting, Miss Drew. It sounds like you've been conducting quite a search.
Now will you please send someone over to investigate?
Yep. Just bear with me while I try to find an available car. Help is on the way, Miss Drew.
Great. Bye.
Oh, Lord.
Hi, Nancy. What happened?
The kidnapper's been holding Maya in that magician's room under the stage.
You found her? Oh, that's great. Where is she now?
By the time I got through that door, the room was empty.
Are you sure you didn't just imagine you saw her?
I think the kidnapper moved her, but they left some evidence behind.
Evidence? That should interest the police. Have you called them?
Yeah, they said they'll come check it out, but they may not be able to get here for a while.
I'll wait up for the police. You get some rest, Nancy. You're gonna need it for tomorrow.
That was it?
Make sure they check that magician's secret room.
It's been day 2 for like 20 minutes. Damn. How did they trace the call 3 days after it happened? Oh, because, okay, they traced the demand call. I see now. Alright. Yak Be Nimble is big at the box office. That.
Can you believe this ransom demand coming out of thin air?
Did they get any information on the call?
Apparently, the call came from north of here, a town called Granite City. Personally, I think it's a hoax, but now the police are convinced that Maya's not in this building.
But what about the evidence I found?
Are you sure the pizza boxes were in that magician's room? Because the police couldn't find anything.
What do you mean they couldn't find anything?
They searched the whole building.
So the police still think I'm making this up? Is that what you're telling me?
Follow your gut, Nancy. If you think Maya's still here, you keep looking for her, you hear?
I was backstage earlier, and one of the stage lights came crashing down. It almost hit me.
Oh, Nancy, thank goodness you're okay.
I got another threat from the kidnapper. That creepy voice came on the PA and told me to stop searching for Maya.
The projection room? But who? Someone must have ducked out of the press conference. I was so busy with crowd control, I didn't even notice.
It's only a matter of hours until the demolition. How are you holding up, Joseph?
Oh, fine. Everything's great. Fine. I was up till the wee hours polishing up the lobby. Heck, I'm even fixing to repair the old keymaker so you can give it a whirl. Guess old habits die hard, eh?
Gotta go now.
Atta girl.
Did you call? What's the story?
Sure did.
Go on, spill it.
She didn't know much, but she gave me the number of this guy at the Library of Congress who has access to the archives of Houdini's letters.
And what did they say?
We're expecting a package. Cross your fingers it gets here in time.
Way to go, Nancy! You're on fire!
Catch you later.
On the flip side.
You still a tool bag, though.
What are you doing hanging out with that Falcone jerk?
Who are you, my overprotective big brother?
That guy's bad news, and he's certainly not going to help your credibility with the police.
Don't worry. I don't trust him any more than I trust you, or anyone else around here for that matter.
Just trying to help.
Talk to you later, Brady.
Bye.
How's progress?
Have you heard about this ransom demand?
50 grand, what a joke. Isn't it just like a rank amateur to jump on the bandwagon? Anyone with a pinch of class would have demanded at least $1 million.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Bye now.
I hate to say it, but she does have a point. Like, 50 grand is not that much in the scheme of, you know, federal crimes. It has been cleaned. You know what? Now we're gonna go out this way. Good to know. Oh, interesting. I wonder if I can go look at that depression of the key.
There was a key here.
Can't tell what it looked like. Bah.
It's locked.
we're good. Everything's fine. I just leaned on my journal. This feels wrong. I don't know what to write in.
Hello?
Hello?
I got it, George.
Is it Nancy?
I don't know yet. I'm busy talking to you. Will you hang up?
It's Nancy, all right.
I knew it!
Hey, you two.
That's sass.
I don't know, Bess. She sounds a little down in the dumps, doesn't she?
She sure does. What's going on, Nancy?
I just can't believe it. The evidence I found yesterday, the pizza boxes and Maya's shoe, when the police finally came to investigate, it was gone.
What?
You're kidding!
And now the police really think I'm losing my marbles.
Joseph. He's the only one who knew about your discovery, isn't he?
Yeah, he said he'd show the police where to go. And wait a second. When I came up from the basement, I bumped into Brady wandering around backstage.
Interesting.
Yeah, he seemed surprised to see me.
What did you tell him?
I guess I did let on that I'd found some evidence.
Gee, Nancy. If you wanted the whole world to know, why didn't you just broadcast it on national television?
Please, George, I feel bad enough. Now it's the day of the demolition and I'm still clueless.
That's not true, Nancy. You've made significant progress.
Maybe you should focus on trying to stop the demolition. Aren't you expecting a package?
Indeed I am. If Sherman Trout really is a man of his word, that is.
She sounds better already, huh, George?
She's lucky we don't charge her for these calls. The detective support hotline could get awfully expensive.
Sorry, I had to take a moment to go make an old-fashioned.
I came across this old book that explains how to do a bunch of magic tricks.
Cool. Like pulling a rabbit out of a hat?
Like sawing my cousin Bess in half?
Nothing quite that sensational, ladies. But I did learn how to use a pencil to reveal a secret message.
Ooh, that could come in handy.
How does it work?
Well, if someone writes something, let's say it's a secret code, on a piece of paper, and they press hard with a pen, it will make an impression on a blank piece of paper underneath.
Yeah?
Then the magician applies a pencil to the seemingly blank piece of paper.
Her trying to explain
the
that
pencil
trick
will
that I just
reveal
read.
the shapes of the numbers or letters
Just give
in
up,
the
Nancy.
code. Presto! Do you see?
That's pretty cool.
I can only imagine what would happen if we applied the pencil to Bess. Just think of all the secret codes that would be revealed. Like Jacques, Rick, Brady.
Oh, George, I'm not as impressionable as you think.
I received another threat.
I really do
This
feel
time
like
the
the
kidnapper
characters
addressed
got
me by
switched
name.
in this game.
Another phone call? What was the threat?
This one came over the PA. Apparently, searching for Maya is a waste of time and I should focus on stopping the demolition, or else.
Well, Nancy, this kidnapper may have learned your name, but obviously they haven't figured out the first thing about who they're dealing with.
I just wish I could see the look on the kidnapper's face when you crack this case wide open.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
I should probably stop fucking with this Band-Aid. So, I'd made some bread a few days ago, right? It was last week. Getting in on that, bread hype train. Bread wagon, if you will. And I have the knife skills of a toddler. And sliced open about halfway through my index finger with a bread knife. Just serrated, in case you don't know. So this is what happened. It was great. Oh, this is new. So it's fun. It's great. It's fine. Luckily, I organized my first aid kit the other day because I was bored. Ooh, pro gain. Results may occur eventually. Sunny boy. Oh, a pencil. Is that it?
Maya's notebook?
Does he make any of his own decisions? Hit him with the evidence. Of what, sweet Maya?
Hey, you.
The jig is up, Brady. Start talking.
Huh? I'm afraid you've lost me.
You kidnapped her because you didn't want her to print this article. Why?
I haven't done anything wrong.
I wonder if the police will agree with that.
Okay, Nancy, here's the deal. My real name is Brady Thompson. Simone pushed for Armstrong, more wholesomely smoldering, she said.
Yeah, so?
I'm Wave of the Future, Inc., the owner of this theater, great nephew of JJ himself.
But you're an actor. Why in the world would you want to bulldoze a theater?
The place is shabby. It needs major repairs. It's a money pit and a has-been, not the image I want to project.
You can't be serious.
Never underestimate the power of image, Nancy. You are what you project.
And what is it that you wish to project?
When people think of Brady Armstrong, they think sparkling white teeth and healthy glow. Success glows. It doesn't crumble and sag. The hero never rides a has-been horse.
But what are you going to do with the site?
When I saw these ritzy theme restaurants popping up all over the country, it hit me like pow. My first original idea. Brady Armstrong's Planet Tinseltown. Can't you see it on the marquee? Grand opening. The lights will say it all.
Keep going. You've got a lot more explaining to do.
I've sworn to be the captain of my own destiny. Maya was going to expose me, muck up my name in this controversy. It would have been a dark cloud over the launch of Tinseltown.
And for that, she deserves to be kidnapped?
I didn't kidnap her. I found her notepad in the basement with the press pass. I just thought I'd hang on to it for a few days until the dust settles.
How could you withhold anything that might help me find her? How could you?
Sorry, Nancy. Look, you're not thinking clearly. It's obvious she's not in the building. We've searched everywhere.
Call off the demolition! You've got to!
You're the only one who thinks she's here. There's no evidence.
There was evidence. I found a pizza box and one of her shoes.
Evidence that no one was able to verify. Who's to say you didn't imagine that stuff?
Nicholas thinks she's in the building.
He's an outlaw, and he's using you.
Joseph believes me.
He's a confused old codger. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to rally a wrecking crew.
You can't do this!
Well, he's a piece of shit. Oh no, I don't like him at all. Least favorite actor in the Nancy Drew universe from this point onward. Also, like, it's gonna come out, and then people will just hate him. Like, you risk the life of a young girl to save your image. It's terrible press. Okay, I have my best attempt at copying this. We'll see how it goes. That one said something on it, so it might be right. When I was digging around with the keys earlier, they didn't have any letters.
Okay, officers, this is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
I'm so close. I just need a few more minutes.
Well, if it isn't the SLPD's favorite nosy detective. Right this way, Miss Drew. You can still get a front row seat for the demolition. Okay, officers, this is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
Something's missing here.
Well, if it isn't the SLPD's favorite nosy detective. Okay, officers, this is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
Okay, apparently I have to hide instead of look at the slide. Stupid.
See anything, Dino? All clear in here, Sarge.
It's locked.
Oh, come on.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello? Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing.
Was it Joe?
Is this thing on? Hello?
Another secret passageway. I should switch the power off.
Nancy, the building's about to be
Hey,
demolished.
Nancy, I've been
Oh,
looking for
God.
you.
How did you avoid the police?
I've decided I need to get organized, Nancy. Tomorrow I'm really gonna straighten up in here.
I'd say death by wrecking ball and or felony kidnapping charges rank higher on your list of problems than office clutter at the moment, Joseph.
I think a fresh coat of paint would really cheer things up, don't you?
I know it's you, Joseph. But why? Were you trying to buy some time so the Historical Society could declare the theater a landmark or something?
Do you think the premiere will sell out?
The police think the building is empty. You've got to help me or we'll all be smashed to bits.
Don't tell them she's here, Nancy. I'll take her away and knock down the theater.
They're gonna knock it down anyway. Please, we don't have much time.
Don't tell them, Nancy.
I'm locked in. I don't have time to goof with this right now.
What do I do? Oh shit, there's a fucking timer. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. I don't know what to do.
I'm locked in.
Wait, do I have a key?
I'm locked in.
No, I don't. What the fuck am I supposed to do? God damn it. Oh my god.
I should switch the power off.
I'm so fucking confused.
I'm locked in!
I'm gonna fucking die, so... Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm locked in!
Ugh.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, there's a fucking ladder.
I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks.
Cool, now we'll go for next time. This fucking piece of shit game.
Don't tell him, Nancy.
Great. Everything's fine. I'm so glad I made this other drink.
I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks.
Bitch. What other fucking key am I supposed to have? Oh, what's this? Take them all of them. I can't read this right now. Festival Evolution begins next week. Show was sold out. I stand to lose money. Hey, it talks about Louisa Falcone.
This one's useless. I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks. Ugh. I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks. I can't believe this.
It'd be great if the keys didn't fucking move every single goddamn time I put them back in my inventory. I never thought I would be the Switch player or the goddamn Twitch player that got super irritated. But Jesus fucking Christ.
I must have the key. This one's useless. I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks. Come on, come on! I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Come on, come on!
I'm just using the same fucking key over and over again because they all look the fucking same. And it rearranges the inventory every time I put one back in there. This is terrible fucking game design.
I can't believe this.
3 minutes.
I'm so fucking irritated right now.
I can't believe this.
Like, it's one thing if a game is difficult. If it's just like bad game design, that really pisses me off.
Come on! Come on, come on!
Like, I feel like I've tried all the fucking keys. That's a problem, is there's nothing else in my inventory. Oh, was it another reddish one? Thank you. Oh my god.
Hang on, Maya. I'll get you out of there.
Oh, here we go. Just brute force.
This is useless. This is useless. I've got to let them know we're up here.
Jimmy, is that ball ready to swing?
This is
Not so
useless.
fast, Detective.
Fuck you.
Joseph, please let me past.
I can't let you do this, Nancy.
I'm gonna fucking die again.
I'm warning you. I still got a trick or two up my sleeve.
We're going down in a blaze
This
of
is
glory.
useless. Joseph, you can go down in a blaze of glory if you want, but Maya and
Stop
I are
talking,
not
Nancy.
coming with you.
You cracked your last
This
case.
is useless. Joseph, this is far from over. Now step aside.
It's all over now.
This is useless. We've still got time for a grand finale here, Joseph.
Fucking damn it. I think this is the hardest ending of a Nancy Drew game that I have ever had to deal with. Like, they all have like a big ending, whatever. But like, I'm pretty sure this is the longest, most difficult one. At least the second chance refilled my time gauge, so I have the maximum amount of time. I also only took the right color keys. It's also a lot longer than a lot of end games for
Hang on, Maya.
the Nancy
I'll
Drew
get you out of
series
there.
usually are. Still gonna do the little, just in case. Right.
I've got to let them know we're up here.
Jimmy, is that ball ready to...
Not so fast, Detective.
Joseph, please let me past.
I can't let you do this, Nancy.
Get out my fucking way.
That light!
Look, the marquee! Stop the demolition!
Dear Bess,
Oh my
I can
god.
hardly believe that Joseph, sweet old Joseph, was Maya's kidnapper. He says he planned to kidnap
Ugh.
Brady with the idea that Simone could use her Hollywood connections to save the theater. But when Maya entered the dressing room, he panicked and grabbed her instead. Plan B was to stall the demolition long enough for the Historical Society to declare the building an official landmark. I guess he's been at the Royal Palladium for so long, he just couldn't imagine his life without it. But desperation aside, poor Joseph wasn't cut out for a life of crime, and pretty soon things were spinning out of his control. Simone's publicity stunts didn't help. At least he was courteous and kind to Maya through the whole thing. Her testimony should help him in court. The good news is that the Royal Palladium is still standing. Once he heard that Nicholas would inherit his grandmother Louisa's 50% of the theater, Brady decided he'd better find another site for Planet Tinseltown. In order to make amends for things, and because he needed some good publicity, Brady donated his half of the theater to the St. Louis Historical Society. Together with Haddett, they should have this place restored to its original glory in no time. Not such a happy
If only
ending
the
for
real
Simone, I'm
Palladium
afraid.
had such
She
good
received an
news.
official reprimand from the National Press Corps for her stunt with the wreath. Still, knowing Simone, she'll be back at the top of her game in no time. So, here ends the longest 3 days of my life. The premiere of Vanishing Destiny is back on. But I think this detective is going to wait for it to come out on videotape. Talk to you soon.
Ooh,
Love, Nancy.
videotape. Well, shit. That was incredibly frustrating, but we did it. I appreciate your assistance. even if it was just telling me to scroll down further, because that is the key I needed. It was so stressful. Like, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my old fashioned. I might go play some Animal Crossing, even though my shop is closed. I don't know. I also have dishes to wash. Making focaccia. So there's some dough proofing on my table. Hopefully I won't slice off any more phalanges with that one. But thanks again for joining me.